All right, we're live.
We're live. We're live. Welcome to the Big Gift. This is a huge episode, maybe with the largest stakes of them all. You'll find out why in just a moment. Let me get some nerves out. Let me get some nerves out.
How you feeling?
Nervous.
Good nervous?
Our first good nervous. Yeah. I got some adrenaline running through my leg.
Yeah.
Like a cop just pulled me over, but in a good way.
To tell you you've been driving too good.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me, sir. You're driving too safely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just reached out. You want to tell the people why this is such a big one?
This is a big one because, well, and just to put it shortly, we got him.
We got him, baby. We got him.
We got him. We got the Shubham Goel from season 1 of The Circle on Netflix, which is beyond not the wildest dreams, but beyond most of my dreams.
When you introduced me to this show back in early July when you were in town, I honestly would have never, ever thought that the sweetheart of season 1 would end up coming on to just BS with you and I after we had started this little podcast thing. Who would have thought?
It's absolutely absurd. I have no idea what he thinks he's going to get from this, but I hope he gets it. And here we go, right?
Yeah, and we put out that one episode where we sent him that DM on Instagram, and he's got, I've got it here in my notes. He's got 561,000 Instagram followers, and we kind of just, he's here.
My guys, what's up?
There he is.
I can't believe you're here.
Guys?
How about that? How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, how's your guys' day going?
It's been a great day, man. We've been talking about this all day. We're excited. We're pumped. This is big for us.
Oh no, listen, I'm super stoked. Your guys' videos were the funniest thing. I saw those videos. You guys were great. So yeah, thanks for having me. Super stoked.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, we'll do like a little song and dance here just to start things off. Yeah. But welcome. I'll tell you, welcome to the Big If. This is our humble podcast. It's kind of this concept where we ask kind of big and bogus what if questions sometimes, little
Love
hypotheticals. That. Yeah, and it can be an inflection point or something crazy. But mostly we just wanted to meet you and talk to you because we're big fans. And for everyone else watching out there or who will see this, you might recognize our guest of honor. He is starred on Netflix season 1 of The Circle, where he's a 4-time influencer and runner-up. You might also know him from his part in Shorts, The Bench and Los Politos. He played Mr. Dryer in Baby Cycle. He's a 2018 gubernatorial candidate in the state of California. Shubham Goel, welcome to the show.
Thanks, boys. Hey, I appreciate that warm intro. Yeah, stoked to talk with you guys. Thanks for having me. Where
are you right now? Are you in the Bay Area?
Yeah. So I split my time in the Bay and LA, so I'm in the Bay right now. How about you guys?
Nice. Jeff's in Napa. He's a Napa resident.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably pretty close to where around you. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
And I'm in the middle of the country. I'm St. Louis, Missouri. So a little far away from you guys. Wish I could be there, but yeah, we're excited to have you. You were just recently, I got to tell you, I'm a loyal TikTok follower of yours. That's where I reached out to you to try to get you out. And you were in Cabo recently. How was that?
Oh, it was so fun, man. Yeah, I was there with family and yeah, it was incredible. It was so fun. Yeah, it was it was great. Cabo was great.
And I had to ask, because I think there was a small handful of your TikToks that were related to your sunburn. How are you doing? Are you sunburned?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for asking about that. Just to give an update for my loyal follower right here.
Yeah, of course.
It's good. No, it's good. Yeah, I actually got tanner, if you can believe that, in Cabo, but It was good. Yeah, the sun is no joke. I had a great time. One regret, I should have put more sunscreen. That would have been a more optimal choice, but the vacation was overall solid. I appreciate the ask though.
Nice. What did you do? Like the all-inclusive thing? Were you guys like on an Airbnb, or what did you guys do?
Yeah, it was an all-inclusive resort. So there's like free food and drinks, and then went snorkeling and jet skiing. So that was super fun.
Awesome. And was that your mom putting the sunscreen on there in that TikTok?
Yeah, it was. Mother tried to put it on. I should have let her put more on.
You from what I remember,
that's what mothers want to do.
Yeah, they're always going to be like that. You're close with you're a family guy, right? You're close with your family.
Yeah, huge. Yeah, I'm really close with my mom and dad. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we were talking about your trip to Cabo, and we were also kind of wondering, like, how's your Spanish skills? Did you put them to use down there? You speak any Spanish? You bilingual?
I love that. Yeah, I took Spanish in middle school and high school, but it hasn't carried as much as I hoped it would post that. So I did some basic stuff, but it wasn't, anything amazing.
All right.
Like what were you able to answer? Like, of course,
Yeah, I was like,
Donde está el baño?
Una pregunta, me llamo, ¿cómo estás? Una bebida, como bebida, I don't know.
Well, we're gonna put your Spanish skills to the test for just a few words.
Ooh,
see
I
what
like
you know.
That. Yeah.
Some basic stuff. So I'm gonna kick one off with. I feel like anybody that travels down to Mexico, resort, Airbnb, you got to know this one. So let me know if you know this one. ¿Cómo se dice baño? El baño.
Oh, so I should just translate the.
Yeah, we just want to know. We want to see what you know. Do you know baño?
Bathroom. So where's the bathroom?
Yeah, ¿dónde está el baño? That's pretty good. That's useful. What about cerveza?
Ooh, isn't that the food? Oh, beer, brewski.
Sí,
my guy.
Cerveza.
Napa, there's Napa for you right there. Little brewski, little wine, yeah.
Sí, right, un poco de vino.
Yeah.
What about this is a word, and I'm going to give you a little clue here, but I think it's a pretty easy one anyway. This came up in one of your TikToks. Tomate.
Tomato.
Yeah, man, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at Spanish.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I feel like I was really put through the ringer. Tomato.
Well, let's talk just a little bit, not too much, but a little bit about your experience on the Circle.
Sure.
Just to feel humorous.
I've heard a little bit when doing our research. You're a big fan of like game show type things, Big Brother, Survivor, and I heard that you actually put in to be on those shows. Is that true?
Yeah, so I was a huge Survivor fan. That was probably a big reason why I applied for the Circle. And my dad and me, we made it to like the final stage of Survivor casting for where we would play together when I was about 18. We were right there, but it didn't work out. But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun process.
So is that where you got like a taste for I want to compete on a TV show? Or
I just grew up on these games, like watching Survivor. I love like the idea of like going to play this game and you're like in your purest form and you get to like really you compete, right? And I like competed in sports and I love that. So I think coupled with all that was I would love to compete here.
And what was a friend of yours told you about the audition for the Circle? Is that correct? Yeah,
so a friend showed me a flyer for it online and then I saw it. I was like, wow, this is super cool. And then I just applied. Yeah.
Nice.
Let me cut in and throw just a small if question in just to get us rolling. All right. If you had to be on any team in Legends of the Hidden Temple, what team would you play on?
Okay, I've heard of that. I don't think what's that like? That's a show, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. We're probably outdating just a little bit. It was a show on Nickelodeon, right?
Oh, it was a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
And it was a children's like competition show, and it had, I don't know how I would describe like the setting of it. It took place in like this mysterious hidden temple, kind of like an obstacle course show for kids. They had teams like the Blue Barracudas was one of the teams.
Oh wow.
What else? I don't know, but they actually they were recently supposed to reboot it for adults, and the two of us had talked about maybe putting in an application for it. Yeah, but we never got around to it. We didn't
never
have
went
the
through it.
initiative.
Oh, you guys should love that.
Oh my gosh.
So you built some good relationships on the show, and my friend Jeff here, he introduced me to the show. I had never heard of it actually, and he introduced me to it back over the summer. And your relationship with Joey, I loved the bromance.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah, Joey was the man.
Talk to us about Joey. What's he like? What is he doing these days?
Yeah, me and Joey, it's so great because the friendship and relationship we cultivated on the circle, it translated right out of the circle. But yeah, Joey's great. It's like what you saw there is what you got. And whenever we're in the same city or town, we're always like kicking it or partying or getting food. So it's a fun time.
How often do you get a chance to see him in person?
I saw him a couple months ago. I know he's in LA, so when I'm coming down to LA, I'll see him. But usually if we're in the same area, it's very frequent. It just depends about location.
What do you think is oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
What is bringing you back and forth between SF and LA, or the Bay Area?
Yeah, well, I work in tech, so I work at eBay, so I'm a product manager there. So
nice.
I'm full remote, but sometimes they have meetings in the Bay, and then my family's here. So when I come up, sometimes I just stay a little longer. And full remote these days, you can kind of be anywhere. So it's kind of nice.
Okay, so you're based in LA now.
Yeah, I would say it's like 50-50. I would say it's 50-50, maybe 60-40 LA, yeah.
Sweet. All right. So you're getting traffic wherever you go.
Yeah, true. Live for traffic.
Yeah.
Do you think, I was curious, do you think that if you had run into Joey or met Joey under different circumstances, would that same bromance have happened, or was it just the perfect storm with the circle? Like, is that somebody that you think you would have ended up bonding with so much given different circumstances?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think for me growing up, I always talked to different people myself. So I was always talking to different groups. But as far as like the depth of like mine and Joey's relationship, because we didn't have any other there were no other our only thing was the game and each other, right? And the people we were there with. So that really, it was the perfect recipe to really cultivate that. So I think it was the perfect ingredients in there to develop the bond it did. Who knows on the outside? I like to think so. I think our spirits are aligned on the same wavelength. So wherever it is, sure.
Well, and from everything I can tell,
I'm sorry, we keep on cutting. We're so freaking excited. Just talking about spirits aligning. I'm guessing you guys probably all keep up, right? Like, is Sammy still around? Is she hanging out?
Yeah, love Sammy. She actually had a kid, not so or kind of recent. So she's a mom now. And yeah, I'm trying to get lunch with Sammy soon. But yeah, Sammy's doing great. Yeah, we all keep in touch.
All right, I don't want to throw my friend under the bus. You got to talk about this next time.
Ooh, I love that. Nice.
Yeah.
My guy is such a Sammy fan that he got a replica tattoo down the arm. So
no, it's an extra.
I love that. That's great.
Speaking of like being big fans of things, I got to bust this out. Pardon me real quick while I show you this one of one shirt that I've got here.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hashtag squad goals.
Yeah. You guys have made my day. That's great.
Hashtag blow up.
Let's go.
Let's go. This is the only one of these. There's only one. And
that's phenomenal. I love that. One of one. Thanks, man.
I have another question about your experience on the show. It's always hard to tell in situations like that with the magic of editing and whatnot. How long was the experience from your first day there until you left the apartment, if you will?
Yeah, that's a good question. So if you were someone like Sammy, Joey, or myself, where we were or Chris or Rebecca, any of the people who were there from the first day to the finale, it was about 12 to 14 days of filming. So that
seems a lot quicker. And then do you have to stay there afterwards while it premieres then on Netflix for like, because they put it out like
no, so we filmed it and then it aired about like a few months later. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And were you cut off from the outside world during those 2 weeks? I'm assuming you didn't have internet access other than what you were doing on your screens with the circle, or
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
no access to cell
access.
phones, all that stuff.
Uh-uh.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Was that tough for you to do, or was that not? Might have been actually kind of refreshing to kind of go off the grid in a way.
I will say, like, especially like for us three, right? The world, the generation and world we're in, we're always so like imposed by media or different types of stimuli coming at us. So to really like break that off and you're in your purest form, it's so nice because like it really simplifies life. Like all you're really focusing on is the moment, the game, just the experiences. So I really loved it, to be honest. Yeah.
Very nice.
You're just more present.
Yeah, you really are. Yeah, and I think that's something, yeah, for sure.
And
wow, that's crazy that a social media based game would make you feel more present, because generally when I'm looking at social, I feel like
yeah.
Anyway, go for it, Kurt.
Yeah, though you had different cameras set up throughout the apartment, in the living room, in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Were there producers watching every move you made?
Yeah, I think they were.
That can be a little invasive, it sounds like.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, but if you like, let's say like, if you go to the bathroom and you're changing after a shower, they push the cameras up. So it's
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I think everyone was curious. I think we answered it. We just broke some news because everyone was curious about that.
Oh, gotcha.
I think now is the time for us to bust out our first big if question for you, since we're talking about the circle.
Love that.
And it's nothing too heavy, but it was something we were curious about.
Okay.
And what we want to know is, if at some point prior to the finale, you had been voted off, you didn't make it as far as you did, and you got to do one of those kind of badass walks through the hallway and go visit somebody, who do you think you would have gone to visit, and why is it Rebecca?
Is there a need to answer now? No, that's a good question. I think it depends, right? On if I was, let's say I was betrayed by someone who I had a really close relationship with, part of me thinks like I would want answers to figure out what happened there, why me, or maybe part of me thinks like, oh, maybe I would have wanted to go to the biggest mystery, who I thought was the biggest mystery. But if we're going on friendships and how the game was going, I really, depending on the wire, I think it would have come to, depending on what part of the game it was, it could have been anyone from Joey, Sammy, or Rebecca. I could see one of those three.
Did you have any inclination throughout the experience? Who did you think definitively was a catfish? Were you suspicious of anybody from Jump Street?
I think in the beginning, the first 8 had a huge suspicion of Mercedes, because the thing is, she had a filtered photo, and when you're only looking at it, you're like, wait, your profile photo, why is there a filter? Maybe she's hiding it. She's already feeling weaker about who she is. So there was that. I personally, I told Chris, I thought Chris was a catfish as well, because his first photo was filtered, and I got a catfish vibes from that as well. But him, and I think there was a statement I said where I said Rebecca might be someone else. It was the very beginning, but then after the conversation, I never suspected her. So, it was Sammy. There were also parts of Sammy where I thought she was a catfish, right? She posted a photo where it was very different from all the others. So I was like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Nobody ever really seemed to suspect you. You were genuine. You were yourself. You were true. And I think that kind of translated. I don't ever remember anybody questioning if you weren't who you were portraying yourself as.
Yeah, actually, I do think the first night when I showed up 8th place, a lot of that were people were suspicious of my profile and thought I was a catfish. And then I think towards the end, your mind will always wander. So I think some people, even Joey was like, you have nothing but time to think of. You're like, what if Shooby's a catfish? So I think in the back of your mind, you don't want it to be true, but you're always like, oh my God, what could happen?
How often do you replay some of these dynamics in your head where you're like, oh, if I would have said this, or if I would have made this remark or added this emoji or this hashtag or something,
sure,
or maybe selected someone else to even reach out to, does that run through your head?
That's a great question. Just coming from a competition standpoint, I would say when I was playing the game, I had no regrets, right? From the beginning to the end, I was like, I played as hard as I could, and I did everything I wanted to, and I trusted my gut in the moment. Looking back, like obviously there were a couple mistakes I made that I felt like I shouldn't have made in the moment, that had I not done them, who knows what would have happened. But for me, I have no regrets, right? I was super stoked about all the decisions I made. I trusted my heart and spirit, soul, whatever it may be in the moment. And I think that's all you can do, right? You make the best decision you can in the moment, you move forward with it. And I think that's like with life, right? You just onwards and forward. But yeah, there were some mistakes for sure.
Have your views on social media changed since your experience? I remember a few phrases. I think maybe you referred to it as the bubonic plague of our society.
The plague, social Medusa. The way I'll say it is, I still think there's a lot wrong with it, right? I think especially for the youth, it sets such a bad like precedent for communication and life, and it's a comparison contest for so many people, heightens up insecurity and anxiety. But I will say, going on the game, I think it's so cool. You can make friendships with anyone from all walks of life from across the world on social media. You can express your voice. Like the fact that the three of us can just connect right here and chit chat. It's all because of that. So
bingo.
I do think I still look at the cons of it, but for me, like, especially making the friendships I did, I see the good in it for sure also. Yeah.
Nice. So, okay, I've got one more question about the circle, and it's more like the residual effects of your time on the circle. I'm curious, like, did people come to you, brands come to you and be like, hey, would you make content about this? Or are there relationships that have formed or dates that have come about? Or like people who are just crushing on you, like trying to get into your DMs? Like what's give us just a sense of like the halo effect of this whole experience.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm eternally grateful for the circle, like, because, just being able to connect to so many different people across the world, right, that are fans of the circle. And I think, the circle came out during a dark time with the pandemic. So just being able to connect with people on that is great. And, there's DMs from all stuff.
All walks of life, I'm sure.
On the very first episode that we started talking about the show and how much we were intrigued by your experience on there, we actually had a little friendly wager going on. And I wrote down, you've got 381,000 TikTok followers. That's pretty epic, but that's nothing compared to the over 500,000 Instagram followers. Shooby, how many DMs do you get on the average day?
Well, I'd say if you post a story, then more people will engage. But if I post a story, maybe I'll get like I don't know, anywhere hundreds of DMs. But if I don't post a story, it's just regular, like maybe 20 to 30.
I think you said 34, okay. Jeff. I think your number was 37. 34.
The 37.
Kind, very kind.
And I way underbid that one. I apologize. That's on me.
No. But if I don't post a story, that it's less than 37. So
now, right. One other thing that I didn't know this about you until maybe today is that you're also active on Cameo.
Yeah, we love Cameo.
And I just wanted to throw some numbers and some names at you. I don't even know how many of them you're going to be familiar with.
Sure.
But does the name William Hung mean anything to you?
I love it. I'm a huge Idol fan. OG Idol. She bangs.
She bangs. Dude, she bangs. Do you know how much William Hung charges for a cameo?
Ooh, that's a good question. If I'd guess, maybe like I could see him charging like $500.
Shooby, he charges $39.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. By the way, welcome our next guest, William Hung.
Love that.
No, I'm just joking. That would be awesome.
The next name, you're not going to know it. I didn't know it, but when I tell you who it is, you'll understand. His name is Ernie Sabella, and he was the voice of Pumbaa on The Lion King.
Oh, wow.
He does Cameo. He also makes $39 for each cameo. What kind of music do you listen to, Shooby? What kind of music are you into?
That was like classic rock. I like all music, classic rock, maybe a little Zeppelin.
Ooh.
So if I said the name Juicy J, would that mean anything at all?
Is it like the rapper or something?
Juicy J is a rapper. I believe he
Nice.
was in 3-6 Mafia. He's on the other end of the spectrum. He earns $500
Nice.
per cameo.
Wow.
And I'm going to give you one more name, see if you know it.
Okay.
Tonya Harding. Are you familiar with Tonya Harding?
Don't think so.
In the 90s, I believe it happened. There was 2 American women figure skaters in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And one of them, in a jealous rage, I believe she
Oh,
attacked
I know
the
what
other
you're
one.
talking about. Tonya on Tonya. Yeah, gotcha.
Tonya, yeah.
Yeah. She paid her bodyguard too, I believe.
Yeah,
Wow.
and Tonya Harding needs the money because she's charging, well, actually just $60 per cameo for
Okay.
Tonya Harding.
Yeah.
How many of those do you do? Do you put out a lot of those?
Yeah, I mean, if anyone requests it, I'll just do them. I mean, yeah, they've definitely, yeah. I mean, if I ever get them, I'll just do them. Yeah.
Do you ever get
We
any
might
requests
be
for like
requesting one.
do you get requests for weird cameos, or are they all pretty straight up like happy birthday, happy anniversary? Has there been any weird requests?
I think a lot of the cast got a lot of like feet. People wanted like pictures of our feet. Especially like, the guys like Antonio and Joey, I think got a lot of feet pic requests. And so some of those were a little whoa.
Did they grant them?
I'm not sure actually. I don't think so.
How much would
All right.
it cost you to send a video of your feet on Cameo? Would you do that for a price?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to see the number and see the context before I can throw a number out.
Your face isn't in it. It's just your feet.
1 foot?
No, I'm gonna need both.
No,
feet.
both feet. Both feet.
5K.
5K for your feet?
Wow.
Yeah, because it's limited edition. I don't think there's any feet pick on, one.
What about just 1 foot? What if I just want one of your feet? Does the price go down?
I could do half of 25.
2,500. I'm gonna
Right.
think about it.
All right, just get
That's
back.
like a down payment on
Yeah, let me know.
four wheelers.
Oh.
I've got the second big if. We have 3 big ifs for you, and I'm just going to throw the second one in, just to give you a sense for how much time of yours we're going to waste, pretty much. If we were to give you a blank check to receive a cameo from anyone, who would it be, and why would it be Rebecca?
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I think
just
the question has
joking,
an
just
answer.
joking.
I think that's,
Yeah. No, for real, like who is there a celebrity out there that you would flip out if they sent a cameo, with a happy birthday or something?
Oh, that'd be sweet. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so like Hermione, Emma Watson.
Ooh, great answer.
Yeah, love her.
Great answer.
Who's the most famous person in your cell phone contacts? You got anybody in there that would like wow us, other than people on the show? Like, have you met anybody awesome and kind of hit it off? Like, who's your most famous cell phone contact?
Well, not on cell phone, but like on Instagram, I was Kid Cudi was a huge fan of everyone on the circle, so we were chatting with Cudi a little bit.
Sweet.
So that was pretty fun.
Get out of here.
Chill. Yeah.
That's
All
awesome.
right, very cool. Well, we're gonna transition out of the circle. We won't keep you too much longer, but the thing that I wanted to talk to you most about, that I find most intriguing, and he mentioned it in your intro, is the 2018 California gubernatorial bid that you put out there.
Yeah.
This experience excites us.
You were at that time, what, 23?
Yeah, 22 or 23, yeah.
And what inspired you to do that? I mean, what made you make that leap?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I just felt like there's a lot of things in politics. I feel like there's a lot of platforms that I think could be implemented, especially from a tech scale, that wouldn't need a lot of like major backing from either side to be implemented. And I think there's a lot of viewpoints that aren't really addressed anymore. And I just thought there was stuff I could bring, and I could, right? I was eligible to run, and I thought I would learn a lot from the process. So I thought I could genuinely help out a lot of people. And I thought it'd be a great experience. I was born and raised in Cali, and I knew a lot about what the governor could do. So I thought it'd be a great time. So.
And is it true that it cost $4,000 to get your name on the ballot?
Yeah, the filing fee. Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
So what was did you have like a campaign manager? Was there, or were you going around?
No,
What
it was
your
just me.
strategy?
No, it was just me actually. I was just going, to get signatures to get on the ballot. I was going outside like Target, grocery stores, farmers markets, and just chatting to people, going to
And how many signatures did you have to
75.
get? 75. Okay.
that were registered
And
voters. Yeah.
are you familiar with the game word association?
Yeah, I know word association.
All right, I'm gonna give
Oh,
you
guys,
a
I'm
word.
so sorry. By the way, I have a dinner in about. I have to go too soon, but like I can still.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We'll jump ahead.
Couple
And
more.
I can come
Yeah,
another time for sure. It's fun to kick it with you guys. So
yeah, we'd love to have you on again
Whoa, okay.
sometime. But I'm gonna throw out a name, and I want to know what's the first thing that comes to mind. Jeffrey Edward Taylor.
I'm blanking out. Who's that?
Jeffrey Edward
Jeffrey
Taylor.
Edward-
Go ahead, Jeff. Tell him.
Jeffrey Edward Taylor is the candidate who you beat by 47 votes in that election, according to Ballotopedia.
Oh yeah. Oh well. Listen, I feel.
And we just want to say, boom, Jeffrey Edward Taylor.
Take
no,
that.
but at least you tried. Putting yourself out there is all that matters. And Jeff, we were both on the bottom this time, but you can turn it around. Keep trying. So
Would you do it again? Are
I
you still
would, yeah.
interested in politics?
I am. I don't know if it would be governor because I think you need a lot of money, especially in California, to have a formidable campaign. But I think, if I feel like I can help out, especially in that position, then I would. Yeah.
All right, final question. It's our last big if, and then we'll let you go do your dinner.
Yeah.
If you had shocked the world in 2018 and been elected governor of California, what would have been your first order of business? What would you do to legitimately better the state of California? What would have been on your agenda?
Because I've been living out here for 10 years. We got fires. We got, gas prices are difficult. I mean, everyone's got their hand in your pocket, which is fine. I get it. That's the price of living in like the most beautiful state in the union, in my opinion. But we got a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, one of the things I wanted to do, I mean, there were a lot of stuff, right? The first thing I wanted to do was like the governor appoints who like goes on the board of regents, which governs like the 9 UC campuses. So one of my platforms was instead of the governor appointing that, the students and the teachers would appoint them themselves. So it's kind of more representative of them. I also thought that highway speed train that we've been putting billions into, I think it's for a great cause, but I do think it is kind of just accumulating a lot of debt and it hasn't been performing. Like we're not making headway with it. So that goes. I think the farmers, we should really start promoting drip irrigation. It's this type of like irrigation water system that conserves water, but it's a lot more effective for the farmers. I guess those were 3 things. And then I was also thinking getting the startups more like the Silicon Valley, getting them more involved in government, like making more partnerships where the people running these companies are building the next technology, have more access to help our tech. I think making that bridgeway would be huge.
That's awesome, man.
Self-governance, drip systems. I love it. I love this platform. You got my vote.
Yeah, I got to head out, but guys, thank you so much.
All right, we appreciate it. We'll be in touch. Maybe we can do it again sometime. Thank you, guys. Everybody, this is Shooby. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner.
Much love. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Bye, Shooby.
Bye.
We got him.
We got him.
We got him. We had him.
I had adrenaline going the whole time, and I felt like I kept on cutting into you, and we got to get this right. If he's really going to come back on, we got to get this right.
Do you think he will? Was he serious about that?
I didn't think he would come on the first time.
That's very true. We're 30 seconds out of that interview, our first ever interview.
First ever. I would love to be live right now just to see what kind of comments we're generating, but obviously that's not the case.
Okay, so 1 to 10 instant reaction. Rate that. How did that go?
It went good. I think it went good.
It went good. I think it did not go great. Yeah, I think it went good. It didn't go great. It definitely didn't go poorly. He seemed to have good reactions to some of the jokes we tried to make. I think it went good. I think we'll talk to him again.
I don't think this is the end.
I don't either. You're right, though.
I think we broke some of the news about Shubham and his personality that no other news outlet cared to, or podcasts. And I'm looking at you, whatever podcast I listened to earlier today. So not just patting ourselves on the back, but I think we broke new ground with Shubham Goel.
In terms of what? What was the new ground that was broken?
Asking about the sponsorships, his DM. I don't think he's ever been asked about his Cameo before. He talked about being a family guy with his mom putting on the suntan lotion. Then I don't think I've heard his platform about the UC system, the drip system. We expanded on the Shubham Goel universe. I think the squad goals and the tattoo landed pretty hard.
Okay, if you're seeing what Shooby sees, are you seeing this correctly or is it backwards?
I'm seeing that correctly.
Because on my screen, it's in reverse. So I'm glad that he saw it for what it truly was.
Yeah, I remember on an earlier episode for our longtime listeners, you might remember the sign that Kurt had up there that he had written backward because he thought that he needed to use the mirror effect to his advantage.
They take care of that for you on this.
Yeah. Wow, that was overall, I think that was a big rush and a nice cherry on top of a long day. And by the way, I want to just thank you, my co-host, for really, not just getting the wheels turning, but really getting the ignition. You're the motor that made this whole thing work.
I mean, we sent the first DM to him together. We pinned it together. He watched our videos. He confirmed that. He saw the videos.
He said it was funny.
He did think it was funny, and he seemed to get a kick out of the shirt. I think we talked to him again. I don't think we can do it too soon, but I think if we reach out, I hope he shares some of the stuff on his social. We'll have to cut some good clips and see if he wants to share it. That would be big for us.
I don't want to pressure him to, but that would be nice. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. Who's next? Who's next?
Who is next? We had a list of people that we said we thought we could get, and I think like Carrot Top was on there, although he's got a. Here we go. List of 8 to 10 celebrities who might appear on the podcast. Kyle McClellan.
Okay. I do think we could get him.
We might be able to. Carrot Top, who I don't think we're going to be able to get. Julia Stiles. Probably not. She's probably tired of assholes talking to her. Steve Ewing from The Urge.
That could happen. He's a St. Louis guy. He's around.
There we go. One of the Marleys. Gilbert Gottfried. That's not happening anymore. Wow, that's crazy. I think we recorded that before he died.
No, I think at the time, I feel like we mentioned that I think he's dead. I could be wrong though. But
shame on us.
Yeah, not funny.
The other ones were an Arnold City Council person, so I could talk to him about the whole water tower color. Willie McGee, Jeremy Piven, and Sally Marvel.
Sally Marvel, I still think that's in play. She ain't that big.
She's not as big as Shubham Goel.
I mean, that's a pretty big first guess to get in terms. If you
I know
measure
where we go from here.
If you measure it by social media following, which might not be the fairest metric, but that's a big one. I mean, 561,000 Instagram followers. If 1% of his followers saw a clip of ours, how many would see it? I'm not good at math like that.
5,000.
500. Oh, it'd be 5,000.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully more like 10% would watch it.
Yeah, you'd hope so, but we're gonna have to. We'll probably have to put something together on this so that it's easily shareable for him.
Sure.
But
Well,
it's possible. We've got the recording. We paid for Zoom in order to accommodate Shubham Goel. And if anyone wants to interview us now about the interview or about the fallout of this interview, then you should reach out to us at thebigiffpod@gmail.com. And, go ahead and use that hashtag there. Show us the shirt again. Squad Goels. Goyles.
Squad Goels.
Is it like, hey Goyles, how you doing? Like, is that how it's
how old
pronounced?
did he?
Goyle?
How old did he say he was?
20. He didn't, but I think he's 27.
27. I found his address.
His like a life address. Let's not dox him on the podcast here. I don't feel bad about that.
Out of context, that sounds a little weird, but what I was thinking, it would be funny to send him this shirt.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. Or at least maybe we'll get like 10 printed. Hey, actually, if you want one of these shirts, then email us at thebigiffpod@gmail.com. And we'll figure it out and give you a price on it in like a month. And if you're still interested, we'll send it to you.
No, listen to this. If you are one of the first 10 people to DM us at the Big If Pod on TikTok.
Yeah.
The first 10 people that DM at the Big If Pod on TikTok, I will cover the cost of your hashtag Squad Goyles shirt.
Wow.
10 people. First 10.
10 people.
Not 11.
What do they got to DM you? Like what do they got to DM us? Is it like is it the hashtag?
Yes. First 10 people to DM at the Big If Pod with the hashtag Squad Goyles in honor of our first guest, Shooby Goel. I will cover the cost of your shirt. I don't know if it'll be a homemade one like this or if I'll actually go get a real nice one. There's something charming about this one, though. It might be this one. But the first 10 people, you get a shirt. You get a Squad Goel shirt.
It's the hand lettering, really, that makes it what it is. And, when you just have like a nice, clear black on white, by the way, nice job of centering up that whole, I know that's not easy.
What? The shirt?
You centered up across your chest, and you got a pretty good baseline. You go a little bit up there at the end, which is cool. That always happens. But you did a great job of balancing that.
How's the penmanship? I take pride in my penmanship.
Superb.
And it was tough because I was using this this Mr. Sketch. It's actually brown. It looks black, but it's brown. It's scented. It smells like, I don't know what it smells like, but it's scented. And it was hard with this point on the shirt. It kept like catching. I had to really dig in on it. But I'm glad I did because I think he liked it. I think he's going to like it even better when he receives one in the mail. I think our followers are going to like them when they receive theirs in the mail after they hit us with that hashtag Squad Goyles DM. What a night. We did it.
What a night. We did it. We got him.
We got him. We had him. Hopefully we have him again. Cheers, buddy. We did it.
Cheers. Hey, congratulations.
But we can't rest on our laurels. We gotta keep improving.
I completely agree. And let's shoot for like Jack Buck next. Joe Buck.
Joe Buck. Was that on accident or did you do that on purpose?
That was on accident.
Joe Buck's on Monday Night Football. I got it on in the corner of my eye. Him and Troy Aikman moved over from Fox to ESPN. They're doing Monday Night Football now.
Oh, let's get on and talk about that.
All right, I'll see. I'll reach out to his people. Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, next week, Joe Buck, Sally Marble.
This is a guarantee. This is a Big If guarantee.
You got to think when Joe Buck sees the Shooby Goel episode, he'll probably reach out to us about coming on anyway.
Before it's even out, he even finishes listening to it and gets to the part about him.
Sure.
All right. Well,
happy for us, buddy.
Happy. Well done. And thanks for listening. If you made it all the way through this, and I guarantee there are at least 4 people who will make it all the way through this. And for you, we bid you good night.